Hey guys, today I want to talk about change. I believe change is something that is 100% going to happen in your team, organization, church, yourself. But what I love is change is inevitable, but growth is optional. And today I want to walk you through some great tools and characteristics of any team or self reflection to think about team growth in change. So, number one, I want to talk to you about how change as a leader sometimes is hard because you're thinking about your congregation or your team, and you're always on the back foot of insecurity of like, these guys are not going to be with me, they're not going to listen to me. We just have natural insecurities, I think, as leaders. But I want to give you a pretty clear cut fact, a numerical fact and a statistic about change in the 5 different types of people that you're going to be dealing with when it comes to change. And number one is innovators. And a lot of times this is where leaders sit, and this is 2% of your organization. So 2% of the people that you are leading or pastoring are innovators. They're way ahead of the game. There might be 2 to 3 years out of current culture. They're thinking about things. And when you bring up any type of change or idea, they're going to be the people who already honestly were brainstorming with you and are so excited about the future. Number 2 is early adopters. These are the people who are picking up on things and starting to understand. And this is about 18% of the people that you are leading or in your congregation, like I said earlier, 18%. We have middle adopters, and this is the large mass majority. So this is 60%. This is the 60% of people who are with you, but they're a little behind. And this is where most people live, and this is great. This is not bad, but these are the people who, through questions or conversations, will 100% get behind it. And then you have the late adopters, so this is 18%. Late adopters are the people who not necessarily are slow, but they're always a little bit behind when it comes to change. You can even see it in their outfits. It's hilarious. They're rocking Chelsea boots right now in 2022. Really, they're locked in 2015. But these are the late adopters. These are the people who are a little bit behind, but probably going to be with you. And then the never adopters. And this is 2%. These are the people who don't want change. They're stuck in their ways. They want their wooden pews. They're not going to change. They don't like whatever it is. They don't like the new marketing strategy. So this is 2% of the people who probably won't move forward with you. And keep in mind, this is not a change of like your color and your brand. This is a massive change that we're talking about. But what I love is this is 2%. So all of us as leaders, we get stuck in the 2%, and we get over insecure about that 2% when 98% of the organization is going to grow and flourish. So before I even jumped in, what we're going to talk about, these 12 characteristics of positive change or positive characteristics in a team of change, I wanted to give you guys a tool to look at. 2% of the people are going to be frustrated, but guess what? 98% are with you. So let's kick into our top 12. So these are 12 characteristics of positive change in a team. So really what I would love for you or for your team or maybe your staff even to write down these 12 and to tally the ones that you think you are winning at. Number 1 is institutional survival goals are a low priority. Number 2, people are very open to new ideas and innovation. 3, there is a high tolerance and even affirmation for those people who have maverick personalities. So you're giving affirmation of the people who are runners. They're going. Number 4, the congregation generally responds enthusiastically to big challenges. So you might be running a campaign for another church campus or maybe a building, and you can feel breath in your congregation. They probably have a positive change outlook. Number 5, most of the people actually enjoy surprises. So this is people who, when you bring up something new, you can see it on their countenance. They're jacked. They're so excited about change. Number 6, the church is oriented primarily to the future, not the past. The church should not be a graveyard. The church should be a party. It should be fun, should be excited. We should be excited about what's to come. We should not be dying in the past but living in the future. Number 7, leaders who think outside the box are supported and encouraged. Nothing worse than killing off innovators. Like we said, the early adopters, even the people who are always thinking outside the box, always thinking differently, that should be encouraged, right? 8, people are comfortable with the fact that we don't do things the way we always did them. What I love is the message is always the same. The message of Jesus, the hope of the world, the local church, those things are the message. But the method, that can change every season, every month, every year. Like I said earlier, the pews versus the seats versus rows. In Acts, they had a rhema, so it was like a circle around a stage of people. So the method can change, but the message absolutely needs to stay the same. Number 9, members in the congregation are generally sensitive to the needs of people outside the church. So this is a missional church. These are people who aren't just thinking about the 120 people that go to your church. They're thinking about the million people in your city. And these are the people who, when you bring up change or new ideas, they're going to be with you 100%. Number 10, people are at least as comfortable with innovations as they are with traditional activities. Number 11, when a new proposal is made, people are able to give serious consideration to it without being threatened or feeling challenged about what they have to do in their past. So I'll reread that. That's a very long one. When a new proposal is made, so a new idea is brought to the table, people are able to give serious consideration to it without being stuck in their past roles, ideas. This might shock your whole team, but a new structure of your organization is a big, big idea. And the people who are holding on to titles, they're probably not going to be the best people to accept change. And last but not least, the church is able to attract and keep staff who are above average in professional competence. You should attract great leaders. You should attract innovators. You attract people usually who you are internally. The culture you carry, the values you carry in your home are usually what you're going to be carrying and emulating in your culture. So if you look around the table and there's not a lot of professionalism, there's not a lot of people who carry vision in their heart with or without you, it's probably one that you probably shouldn't check. So these are 12 things. And again, I don't want to go into them. It's not a 2-hour podcast here. These are just 12 things that you can go through. And right when in the start, like I said, don't worry about the 2%. Worry about the 98% who are with you in the big change that's to come. I believe in you. Our team believes in you. We love you. Thank you for watching. I hope that this added value to you. Make sure to like, subscribe, and maybe comment one of the 12 that actually added the most value to you and your team.